defending your dissertation proposal, tips for success. Like what Hanun mentioned just now, even though you have finished your proposal, you have defended your proposal, you can also use this information that I will share in a bit for preparation for your Viva. Yeah. All right. So dissertation is now or never. I like to show this slide, this photo, because sometimes students are so scared that they feel that no, I am not ready yet. I am not ready for my proposal defense. Well, it's not the question of whether you are ready or you are not ready. The question is whether it's now or never. Okay? So, having said that, okay, you have answered this question. Okay. Having said that, if let's say that you are going to present your proposal defense in this year, 2021, I am showing this roadmap so that you can visualize how your postgraduate journey is. Okay, for those who are doing masters, you might say, oh, this does not apply to me. Never mind. You can put your own points of reference there. Yeah, but sometimes we need to visualize how your postgraduate journey is going to look like. So if you are presenting your proposal this year, in another year, 2022, you will have your data collection or you will be busy analyzing your data, right? Whichever, hopefully it won't take that long, a year, yeah, for you to collect your data, right? In another year, after 2022, is your submission of thesis, meaning that you are done with your data analysis. And the final outcome is to take that bonnet, that PhD bonnet, for you to graduate. So that is for graduate on time. Yeah, right. So you can take this slide and put it however you want to do it, but that is how the roadmap will look like for you in the next 3 years. Yeah. Okay. Next. So what is my presentation outline? So I have around 27 slides minus already 3-4. The remaining slides, I will touch on how to control your fear. I'm not a psychologist here, but I hope the slides that I'll show in a bit will help you in controlling your fear. And how and the second one is on how to prepare your presentation slides and some final points. Yeah, hopefully it's useful. Okay, the first one, how to control your fear. I think it's not only for proposal defense. Even talks like this, even before I give you this kind of talk, I need to control my fear. Same goes with the supervisors who are here. There are certain times that you have to present. So how do you control your fear? I normally like to visualize. I like to visualize because if you visualize, it will stick in your head. So the visualization comes in the form of that PhD bonnet. Yeah, imagine the PhD bonnet. Okay, for those of you who are doing master, imagine the PhD bonnet as well, because this is going to be the final journey. Yeah, final journey in your postgraduate study. Imagine the bonnet. Close your eyes. Try to put the bonnet on your head and Visualize yourself with your family members wearing the robe. Doesn't matter which color of robe you will be wearing later, but that important for you to remember your aim for the next 3 years. Yeah, and these are the photos that I took from the internet. Yeah, and you can see our dean. If you are from the faculty of social sciences and humanities, the photo of the dean is at the bottom. Yeah, the one in glasses. Yeah. Okay, so that's the faculty of social science and humanities dean. What I'm saying is that for you to be able to control your fear, you need to visualize. This is one way to do it. Another way is to is what I will show you in a bit. Okay, so well, it's normal to feel scary because a proposal defense is a scary time. If you don't feel scared, then probably something is wrong with you. maybe you are confident, so you don't feel scared. That's good, but don't be too overconfident. Yeah, don't be too overconfident. And it's normal to be nervous or uncertain. Why? Because if you are nervous, you will prepare. You will be prepared. How are you going to prepare? You will practice, and practice. So that is completely normal. But how do you control your fear? The next thing is to know about the procedures. Yeah, the first procedure prior to the proposal defense, examiners will be given your proposal in advance to write their report. So this is the procedure. Yeah, once you are done with the supervisors, you've written chapters 1 to 3. Examiners will be given your proposal and probably 2 to 3 weeks to write their report. Okay. During the proposal defense, of course, you will present your research for about 20 to 30 minutes, after which there'll be the question and answer session about your research. Sometimes the result given by the examiners earlier in their report might change if there are noticeable differences between the written proposal and your oral defense. Case in point, sometimes what you have written in the proposal is not clear. Yeah, it's not clear, and the examiners did not quite understand what you're saying, what you have written. So then probably the examiner will give comments there. However, during the oral presentation, you might have made that point clearer through your infographics or through your explanation. That is what I mean, the noticeable differences between the written proposal and the oral defense. Yeah. And of course, after the proposal defense, you will get the chairman's report. Yeah, we call it the chairman's report, plus the examiner's report. There are 2 examiners, so you will get examiner 1's report as well as examiner's 2 report for references when you are preparing for the corrections, if there is any. Yeah, right. Let me make it clear to you. So this is another way on how you want to control your fear. This is how the examiner's report look like on the first assessment. Yeah, it's the same for the second assessment as well. I think it's also the same for the Viva. Yeah, right. Maybe it's not that clear. That's why I have put the box, the red, the details in the red box so that I can show you in the next slide. But of course, this first page of the examiner's report will bear your name, your metric number, your year of studies, the title of your research, as well as the name of the examiner. So the one in the red box, I have increased the size. So this is how it looks like. Yeah. Okay, here it says, I recommend that the student P1. So you need to memorize what P1 means, what P2, P3, P4, and P5 means. Because during the proposal defense, the examiners might mention these words and you like, what does that mean? What does that mean? You don't understand what it means. If you can remember, that would be good. P1 means your research proposal is accepted as is. No corrections. Excellent. Right? Okay. P2. P2 means corrections to be verified by supervisor, SB is supervisor, in less than 1 month. Meaning that you will need to do some corrections, usually not that much, and your corrections will be verified by just your supervisor. And within 1 month. Yeah. Okay, some students, sorry, what does P3 mean? It means corrections to be verified by examiners within 1 to 3 months. So usually one of the correction. Yeah. And it will be given between this period. Sometimes we take the maximum 3 months. Right. P4, corrections to be verified by examiners within 3 to 6 months, and candidate will have to represent. You will have to present again. Yeah? And P5 means the proposal is rejected. You need to redo, and the process will occur. Yeah, submit the proposal, wait for the report, so on. Yeah, right. So that is how the examiner's report look like. You need to know so that you aim for the best. Yeah, right. That's the first page of the examiner's report. This is the second page of the examiner's report, the one on the left here. Details of amendments or reasons for the rejection. So this, if you get P5, then the examiner will have to write something here to indicate, to justify why the proposal is rejected. On the right here are the themes or the points that the examiners will have to write on, report on. Your title of research. There to be some kind of modifications, then the examiner will need to state down. Your research problem. Yeah, your research problem. If it's a good one, then probably the examiner will just put the excellent or just a dash there, right? Research objective and research question. So as an examiner, examiners will have to fill in all this information. So if the examiners have to fill in this information, definitely this information will have to be made available in your proposal. And of course, your oral presentation. Yeah. So we go down here, significance of study. Literature review, what does the examiners feel about the literature review? Is it too lengthy, or is it related to your research question? Yeah. What about methodology, materials, the design, the methods? The examiners will have additional attachment because some examiners will put their comments in a form of chapters. Chapters 1, what are the comments? Chapters 2 and chapters 3. So don't be scared if you were to receive the examiner's report and the words that you get on this page is just, please refer to attachment. Please refer to attachment. But that is what it means. They have more detailed comments in the attachment given, because sometimes the space here is a bit limited, right? Okay, so that's basically how the examiner's report looks like. Yeah. So you will have to visualize that, right? Okay, now I'm coming to my my next point is on preparing your presentation slide. Okay. Right, I need to have a disclaimer before I move on. Whatever that I am going to present next is not necessarily the compulsory slides that you must have. Whatever it is, you will need to discuss with your supervisor, yeah, to confirm whether they should be in your slides or not. Okay, right. Okay, right. This is I have compiled a few slides here. So this is an outline of proposal presentation. Yeah, we have a few of infographics here. So I have the first slide, which looks like that. The second slide, third and fourth. So which slide would you choose? Or which slide do you prefer? I wanted to go to the poll, but I don't think, see, that will waste time. No worries. Okay, let me just, maybe you choose number 1, probably because you like the infographic. Some of you might choose number 2, probably because you like the colors. A few might choose number 3, maybe because it is similar to what you are doing. Some might choose number 4, probably because it's very detailed. Right. So let me just share that there is no right or wrong answer here. Yeah, there's no right or wrong answer. You can choose 1, 2, 3, or 4. It's all dependent on your contents and how you want to present. So if you were to ask me, Dr. Male, which one is the correct one, I don't have the answer. It all depends on your contents. Yeah. Right. But try to make it look palatable, interesting, yeah? Because that is the first thing that the examiners will see on your slide. Okay. Okay, this is what I asked already. Okay, then how do you introduce your topic? There are 2 slides here. I'm sharing with you 2 slides here. The first one is in a point form. Yeah, some of you will go point form, right? The second one is also in point form, but a bit more detailed. Okay, right. Here, for the first slide, yeah, you know that when you want to introduce your topic, the introduction will have to be related to your topic. The first slide refers to mobile pedagogy. Yeah, so of course you say, Dr. Malia, that introduction is good enough because it talks about mobile pedagogy. Same goes with the second slide. It talks about communication skills. No problem. However, when you want to introduce your topic, make sure there are references to these statements that you are making. Because if you put the references, the examiners know that you have done the general literature search. This is not your own words. So it's good to have, like the second slide, the references here. Okay? Right. So you can have however way you like, but just make sure you put the references. Yeah. Okay. Next is the problem statement. Okay. The first slide shows just the pie chart. That is the problem statement. The second one are the problem statements. Yeah. So what is wrong with the first slide? It is not advisable to have your problem statement in a form of a diagram. Yeah. Advisable to have the name is problem statement, so you must put that in a form of statements for the examiners to see. Even though you say that, oh, okay, I'll have diagram number 1 because I will explain orally. Correct. No problem. But it is advisable to put in a form of statement. Yeah. Okay. So that's for the problem statement. Okay. Some people have this conceptual framework and theoretical framework. Okay. It is advisable to have these diagrams. Why? Because you know that a framework, the function of a framework is to show the relationship between the concept and the conceptual framework, the relationship between the concepts, the key concepts in your study.